Anthropic just signed a $1.25 billion per month check to its rival xAI, leasing the entire Colossus 1 data center in Memphis through May 2029. Welcome to AI Evening News. Let's dive in. Here are today's main AI topics at a glance. Here's a number that just changed AI infrastructure economics. Anthropic will pay xAI $1.25 billion every single month, all the way through May 2029, to lease the entire Colossus 1 data center in Memphis. First, the headline price tag, $1.25 billion per month, every month, paid to a direct AI rival. Second, Anthropic takes Colossus 1's full 300 megawatts of compute capacity, while xAI shifts its own training to Colossus 2. Most importantly, the contract extends through May 2029, with either side allowed to terminate on 90 days' notice. The bigger shift is that two AI rivals have decided shared compute beats fighting over it, and the price of frontier AI is now measured in monthly billion-dollar wire transfers. Next, OpenAI is reportedly days away from its biggest financial step yet. The Wall Street Journal says OpenAI could confidentially file IPO paperwork with the SEC as early as Friday. First, the filing window is described as days, possibly weeks, with Friday flagged as the earliest. Second, CEO Sam Altman is targeting an actual September listing, working with Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley. Most importantly, social channel chatter puts the IPO at up to $1 trillion in valuation. The bigger shift is that the AI bubble debate is about to be priced live by public markets, and Anthropic, also reportedly going public this year, is right behind. Third, GitHub has confirmed unauthorized access to roughly 3,800 of its own internal repositories. First, the scope. About 3,800 internal repositories were accessed, and GitHub says customer data stored outside those repos shows no current evidence of impact. Second, the entry point was a compromised employee device. A poisoned Visual Studio Code extension installed by a GitHub engineer became the vector for source code exfiltration. Most importantly, the hacking group Team PCP has now listed the haul on a cybercrime forum, asking at least $50,000, with a threat to release it free if it does not sell. The bigger shift is that developer tool supply chain attacks are now hitting platform vendors themselves, even the company that owns the registry. Fourth, an OpenAI model has, on its own, disproved a famous open problem from discrete geometry. First, the target, Paul Erdős's planar unit distance problem, posed in 1946 and unsolved for nearly 80 years. Second, the AI did not follow the textbook square grid intuition. It discovered an entirely new family of constructions that strictly beats the classic layout. Most importantly, the proof has been independently verified by an external math team, and OpenAI says this is the first time AI has autonomously solved a famous open problem central to a math subfield. The bigger shift is that reasoning models are now contributing original results, not just reproductions, at the academic mathematics frontier. Fifth, NVIDIA Research has open-sourced SANAWM, a world model that natively generates minute-long video. First, the output. One input image plus a 6 degree of freedom camera path produces high-fidelity 720p video at 1 full minute in length. Second, the model is just 2.6 billion parameters, and a single H100 GPU is enough to run a 1-minute clip end-to-end. Most importantly, a distilled and NVFP4 quantized variant produces the same 1-minute 720p clip on a single RTX 5090 in just 34 seconds. The bigger shift is that minute-long camera-controllable generative video has crossed the line from research demo to consumer GPU territory. Finally, the U.S. White House has briefed top AI labs on a plan to review frontier models before they ship. First, the framework, voluntary, organized by the Office of the National Cyber Director, with intelligence agencies authorized to evaluate models pre-release. Second, the briefings, per the information, included OpenAI, Anthropic, and Reflection AI. Most importantly, frontier model developers would be asked to share major models with the government up to 90 days before public release. The bigger shift is that after a year of deregulation, the US is moving back toward formal pre-release scrutiny of frontier AI, and the related executive order could be signed as soon as this week. If today's signal was useful, subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's briefing.